Hey, AVID Juniors, welcome back for week 3. You stuck it out. You're still here. Let's do this thing. A little bit different working this week with the check-in meetings. Just to put this on your radar, is the check-in meetings are going to happen like normal. Monday, you should come to the meeting. Make sure you log in, write something in the chat. Now, there is a guest speaker on Monday. His name is Gerardo Hernandez. He's from Promised Neighborhood. That's a local organization in Chula Vista. He's going to talk a little bit about how they help students with college applications and other things related to school with work, tutoring, I think. But he'll give you more information. So even though technically you don't need to stick around on Monday, I think it's going to be in your best interest to come to the Monday meeting and stick around. I'll make that announcement at the beginning of the meeting on Monday as well. And then Wednesday, of course, is the day that we talk junior stuff. And so make sure you come to that because we're going to start getting in on time management skills and making sure that you're taking advantage of your time, especially in this independent learner situation. We'll go over that with the assignments this week. Also, I haven't put anything into Jupyter yet. I should be putting those things into Jupyter this week. So make sure you've gotten those assignments in for week 1 and week 2 so I can grade them and get them done. All right, big thing, and I'm going to show this with the assignments. Starting notes this week. So Cornell notes are a huge part of AVID. Last week, I did a little refresher on 3 questions and a summary, and we did that from a school supplies picture last week. All right, so now you're going to pick 4 classes, and you're going to say, all right, which of my 4 classes I'm going to be taking notes on for sure. If you want to do all 6, that's fine. You get extra credit for the other 2, but want to pick 4 classes for sure. And then what happens in those 4 classes? Well, what did you learn that week? What information did you go over? And it could come in all sorts of forms: movie, lecture, article, notes in class, a digital website, anything that they deliver and they say, this is what you need to do this week. You can pull questions off of that stuff. Try to make level 2, level 3 questions. But again, I know a lot of you are still starting out with this stuff, so level 1 will be accepted for a little bit. I just want you to get in the habit of making 3 questions and a summary from all your classes. So that's a big one this week. That's kind of, I think, assignment number 1. All right, so speaking of those assignments, let's jump into your notebook right now. Share the screen. Okay, so here we go. We're in junior. Week 1 still always comes up first, but we are not in week 1 anymore. Week 2 and then week 3, just rolling along. All right, so when you go to week 3, check-in meetings there. Here's our topics this week. College exploration list, Cornell notes, questions and summary. And I forgot to add this. Bad teacher. Time management. We're going to be focusing on time management this week as well. So this video will be right here. Oh my goodness, look at the mistakes. Hopefully you go into college, you can spell the word college correctly. What do you got to get done this week? All right, so those are those Cornell notes, questions, and summary for 4 classes. You do not turn those into Jupyter. You'll be putting them in the folders here on the left. Like for instance, if you were, I'll pick a senior, I'll pick Angelica. Angelica's really sweet and nice, she's awesome. You'd go to class notes, and you should have set up your class notes already with weeks 3 through 9. That was one of the assignments for the previous weeks. So it should be in this folder. You don't have to submit anything. Anytime you type something in there, I automatically can go in and see it. Like if Angelica did hers, I could go in right now and check it, but I'm not gonna put her on the spot like that. All right, so that happens there. You're going to do a weekly log this week. If you've never done a weekly log, don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to do that. You're gonna take a screenshot of that calendar. So you should have sent me a Jupyter message telling me that this is the, way I'm going to keep track of events and important dates and deadlines and things like that. Some of you chose paper, some of you chose phone apps. That's fine. Now you're going to take a picture or a screenshot of that and show it to me through Jupyter Grades. And then we're going to start getting into college research and what kind of colleges you want to go to. I'll get to that too. All right, so assignment number 1. Like I said, big one. Cornell notes, questions, and summary for 4 classes. All right. If you're not sure how to do it, I give you some basic instructions here. But if you're stuck and you're not sure about things, please just send me screenshots or just text me. I'm here to help you out and get you the information you need. All right, assignment number 2. You're going to make a weekly log. If you don't know how to make a weekly log, and you probably haven't, this is a video that shows you how to do it. Now, the video that you're going to see is a video I made last year when we didn't have check-in meetings. So of all the things that you add in, make sure you add your check-in meetings as part of the stuff for the week. But this week is not you're making a schedule for yourself. This week is just you are keeping track of when you do your schoolwork for all your classes. So this video is going to show you how to set it up on a piece of paper Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so if you go and work on your English class, well, you should put all your check-in meetings in. That's straight, because you know that's going to happen. And then, like, let's say, you know, at 11 o'clock at night, you decide to do some English homework for an hour. So you go 11 to 12 and you just put English. And then let's say on Wednesday at, 10 o'clock, you decide to do some AVID work. So you go 10 o'clock on Wednesday, AVID work. So the video will show you how to set it up. This week is just you writing down when you actually did whatever you did. And then next week, we're going to take this and we're going to look at it and we're going to analyze it and see how we can make this work better for ourselves and how we get better at time management. And we're going to actually make a schedule next week before we do anything. But this week, again, just write it down as you do it. And be honest with yourself. I always tell my students this, since most of you are new to my world of teaching. You got to be honest with yourself, okay? If you don't do any math work this week, then don't put math work down. You got to be honest with yourself. Like, I'm not going to look at it and go, oh, what's wrong with you? You don't do math. If you're not taking more than a half hour to work on math, then that's the truth. We'll deal with the truth. If you're not honest with yourself, how can you ever get any better at anything? Okay. Hopefully AVID has taught you that in the past. All right, so that's that. Making a weekly, not a weekly schedule, sorry, a weekly log. Difference is a schedule, you make it before. A log, you make it while you do it. Okay, and there's an example of one right there. So it'll look something like that. Like, I worked on biology, I did some English, I did some math, I did some AVID. And again, it's just an honest representation of what you actually did. Now you can see the dates. This is from last year. You'll have check-in meetings here as well. You should have those on there. But yeah, that's honest truth. You're not going to have every box filled in, because I don't think you work from 7 in the morning till midnight every day, 7 days a week. If you do, whoo, doggy, you need to take a rest. That's a little too much. All right? You're going to burn yourself out. All right, assignment number 3 is that screenshot of wherever you're keeping track of all your calendar due dates and deadlines. That's a piece of cake. And then assignment number 4. All right, I have an article for you here to read. If you're new to the online notebook, here's what you do. You double click on this and it'll ask you, do you want to download? You say yes, and it'll download a copy of the article and open it up for you. Usually it appears either at the bottom of the screen or up in the top right, depending on which browser you're using. I want you to read this article over. It's good advice on how to start selecting the schools, the colleges that you want to apply to. It's junior year. It's time for you to start thinking about that. Like, where am I going to apply? What kind of school am I going to want to go to? What kind of things should I be looking for? Do I care if they have a sports team or not? Do I care about how far away they are? I mean, do you want to be on the East Coast? Do you want to be on the West Coast? Do you want to go to a whole new country? So we're going to get into that, but the article is going to give you some background. So you read the article, and then from reading the article, hopefully your brain's got churning going on. You're like, okay, all right, I think I got some ideas. All this stuff listed here in yellow, and we're going to do this together on the check-in meeting on Wednesday. These are all different criteria or characteristics of schools. And so we're going to rank them from which of these is the most important thing that you care about when it comes to a college to the things that you could care less about when it comes to a college. Like, for instance, do you care that it's a large school or a small school? Maybe you care a lot. Maybe you don't want to go to a college where there's like 30,000 people. Maybe you want class sizes like you do at Castle Park. They have colleges like that. Okay, but I went to UCSD. UCSD, my classes were about 100 to 300 people in one room taking notes from a professor. Now, I know the whole COVID thing, that's different. We're hoping that is going to go back to normal eventually. But we're going to talk right now that, regular life. Do you care what kind of housing do they have? Whether they have dorms or they have apartments or they have both? Do you care about where it's located? Do you care about the type of weather that college is located? Do you care if they have sports teams? Do you care if they have fraternities and sororities? Do you care what types of activities they have on campus? Does the cost of the college matter to you? Or you're like, no, man, I'm not really worried about the cost. I'm more worried about other things. So we're going to get into this on Wednesday. And I want your brain to start thinking about it before we talk on Wednesday. So please read this article before Wednesday. It'll get you in the right mindset for when we talk on Wednesday. Okay? And that's it for the week. So you read an article. You will make this list with me on Wednesday. So you'll get assignment number 4 done with me. Screenshot, weekly log, and don't forget those 4 classes of questions and summary over here where your name is at in the class notes folder. All right, that is the week. That is what we are doing. And again, reach out for anything. If you need any help from me or you don't understand how to do something, I don't know that you don't know it until you tell me. Okay. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you on Monday and Wednesday.